All right, let's be real for a second. You're not unprofitable because your strategy is complete dog shit, all right? You're unprofitable because of this one thing, and that is the market is designed for you to lose. But keyword, designed. It's designed for you to lose. That doesn't mean you have to lose, but you are psyching yourself into losing. It's all a psychology thing. So I've been trading for a total of about 6 or 7 years now, and I've been profitable for about 2.5, and I'm here to tell you exactly what helped me fix my shitty ass mindset and what actually helps me be profitable. No fucking sugarcoating, no nothing. I'm here to tell you exactly what helped me because I'm so tired of all these shitty gurus trying to sell you their course, and they're like, oh, buy my PDF file and I'll tell you how to become profitable. When in reality, it's really not that difficult at all. It's really not that hard of a fix. And once you figure out a few simple things, your whole mindset will change completely, and that will reflect into your trading performance. All right, so for this video, I'm gonna be doing a little demonstration in Microsoft Paint, so please bear with me. I'm gonna be kind of helping you visualize why you're unprofitable, so it really gets solidified into your fucking head, all right? All right, so this is you, all right? I am not an artist, so please ignore the drawing skills. Like I said, bear with me, but this is you, all right? This is you. You may be unprofitable. I'm assuming this is why you're watching the video. You want to know why you're unprofitable, all right? So let's say, you're unprofitable, you're poor. And here you're thinking, what could possibly be the issue? Why am I so shitty at trading? And it's really not that deep, all right? Everybody thinks it's some crazy strategy, or you have to sit here and fucking summon Satan to be able to predict price action and actually make profitable trades, when in reality, that is not the way. It's not the way. Do not do it. Please do not summon Satan, all right? But anyway, all right, so first and foremost, you have to fix this one belief, and that is that technical analysis is everything. You have to be able to read the charts like some kind of fucking wizard. That is not the case. It's not the case, all right? It is 80% psychology, 20% technical analysis, all right? It's a balance, all right? Now, all you really need is one profitable strategy, a strategy that is proven profitable, one that actually works. It does not have to be that advanced. It can just be some very simple shit that a lot of people have used and have found to be profitable. That's all you need. That's all you need, and I promise you that. And once you have that, now the rest of the game is fixing your mindset and realizing a few simple things, okay? Like I said, the market is designed for you to lose. It is designed for people like us, all the retail traders, to lose all of their fucking money and their houses and their mortgages and their savings. It's made for us to get fucked, all right? It's made for us to get fucked. I'm gonna put it as simple as that. And it doesn't mean you have to lose though. You have to know how to play the game if you want to win. And this is where something called risk management comes in, all right? Risk management is one of the biggest keys with profitably trading because it is what makes you money. It's what prevents you from losing your entire portfolio and living in a box on the street, all right? Risk management is what saves us. Now, everybody seems to have this common misconception that you have to win every single one of your trades to be profitable. Every single one of your trades have to be 3-4 RR bangers. No, fucking no, that's not true. Like I said, you just need a somewhat good strategy, one that can actually make you money and works at least 50% of the time, I would say, is the sweet spot, because a 50% win rate within actual day trading, swing trading, any kind of trading is actually decent. A lot of people have between 50 and 80, but this does not mean you are a losing trader, all right? Even with a 50% win rate. So let's say this is you, right? You have a 50% win rate with one strategy that you use, all right? And when many people hear that, they think, oh, that means I'm gonna lose money. That means I'm unprofitable. It's not true. That's where your RRs come in, your risk to reward. So let's say you start your account with $100, all right? That's your entire portfolio and you have a 50% win rate. And then let's say you take 3 trades, all right? 3 trades, all of them, exact same strategy, exact same confluences, risk. They're all, let's say, a 3 RR. And you're risking, let's say, 10%. Since this is $100, I'm just gonna say 10% of the ports. So that's $10 a trade. And you know what? Scratch a 50% win rate. We're gonna say 33%, all right? That's even worse, that's even shittier, but I'm gonna show you why you can still be profitable with it. So let's say, like I said, these are your 3 trades right here. You lose the first 2 and you win the third one, so that is a 33% win rate. Now, if you're doing a 3 RR on all of them, which means you risk 1 to make 3, so you're risking $10 a trade to make $30. So both of these trades, you lose $10 since that is what you are risking. And the third trade bangs out. So guess what? You make $30, right? Now, across these 3 trades, you lost these 2, so you're down 20, and then you made 30. So you are total in profit $10. And you're still profitable even with a 33% win rate and proper RRs. And another way to visualize this is honestly just as a curve. So here we have our RRs, and this is your win rate, right? As your win rate goes lower, you're gonna need higher RRs, and it's kind of like an exponential curve in a way. Like I said, I'm not an artist, so please do not judge me on this, but this is the general idea. You know, as your win rate gets higher, you do not have to be targeting as high of an RR since your win rate is high. But if your win rate is, let's say like most people, it's like a 50% or something like that, you know, you can be okay with just a 2-3 RR and you can be just fine. And this is basically the gist of profitable trading, because you do not need to win every trade to be profitable. You know, you win enough with a good strategy, a good enough win rate, and good risk management. Like I said, risk management, RRs, win rates can be, you know, complete shit as I demonstrated here, and you can still be profitable. Now, this is where I get into the real sauce and I really dig into your fucking brain, all right? This seems easy in theory. On paper, it seems very easy, but the reason 95% of traders, or whatever the fuck the statistic is, the reason they're unprofitable is because they cannot master it. They cannot master their own emotions, because you are the bearer of your own fucking unprofitability, all right? It's all in your head. Quite literally, it's all in your head. Because like I said, this seems easy on paper, but most people cannot execute it because they're like, oh, I just lost $10. I just lost another $10. It's over. And then they quit trading and they're overall down. They lost money. They're unprofitable. All right. And that's why the statistic is so fucking skewed, is because a lot of people are just stupid. I'm just going to put it that way. They're stupid. But coming from somebody who was also previously stupid, I'm still stupid in some ways, but not trading wise, all right? But I was once like this, and that's why I'm making this video, is because I was once in the space where I knew what I had to do, I just couldn't do it, and I didn't know why. Because execution is the hardest part when it comes to profitably day trading, because a lot of people see the losses and they let it get to their head. They let it fucking affect their trading, and it overall just destroys their profitability because they just can't handle loss. But like I said, I completely understand why people are like this and why it is such a common problem, because I was once in the exact same spots. And this is where the second topic comes in, and that is, how can I fix this, Martin? How can I fix being a shitty trader? All right. Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to explain it here. All right. So number 2, how to fix it. All right. How do we fucking fix this incredible problem that a lot of you may be having? All right. Now, these are a few things that help me and in general will help a lot of people. But like I said, this is going to be a very honest video, and this is exactly what helped me fix my stupid trading mistakes and my overall unprofitability. So number 1 is simply just journaling your trades. All right. That sounds very cliche, very, you know, everybody fucking does it. All right. But it works. That's why everybody does it. And that's why it's always talked about, is because it does work. And journaling your trades helps you get a gist of what you are doing wrong, how you can fix it, and exactly where you went wrong. Because I personally keep a journal where I log all of my trades, everything about them, you know, RRs, why I took the trade, entry price, time of the day, what strategy I was using. I log everything possible, because what this allows you to do is go back in time and see all of your losing trades and further optimize them, because you can see exactly what you did wrong, why you took the trades. You can kind of deep dive into your mindset during that time, because there's always going to be a common denominator with the losing trades, and journaling allows you to analyze them. All right. And by journaling trades, I don't mean a cute little diary where you can write all your feelings in. No, I mean where you can log your trades so you can see how fucking stupid you were later. All right. That's exactly what I mean. And number 2 is just simply pre-planning your trades. All right. No more vibe trading. As I said before, that is just completely fucking stupid. And you know, if I'm talking to you, you know if you're vibe trading. All right. You need to cut that shit out. And by vibe trading, I mean just entering trades because you feel like it. You know, you might see a couple confluences met. You're like, you know what? This trade looks somewhat good. I'm going to enter. Yep. You're bound to lose. You're fucking stupid. But in all seriousness, by pre-planning trades, I just mean finding setups beforehand. All right. Going on the chart, doing your analysis, looking for your strategy. All right. You look for a certain level. You know, I can even open up my chart and show you guys. All right. Like an example for me personally is on Ethereum. One of my best strategies is simply bullish, bearish divergences with a change of character and a sweep. All right. It's that simple. It's nothing too overcomplicated. Like I said before, you do not want to overcomplicate strategies. You just need something simple. And we can see here on my main chart, I took this off this bearish divergence here, and I'll explain why I took it. All right. So this is the same chart. So I took it right about here. And what I did before, like I said, pre-playing your trades. All right. So I was already looking at this level beforehand if we did end up coming up to here, which we did. And we saw we swept all this buy side up here, and we actually did form bearish divergences, which is simply where price swings higher, but RSI goes lower. All right. And then I dropped to a lower time frame, look for my confluences. We can see here change of character, and I entered that for a 4.2 RR, all right? And it really isn't that difficult. Pre-planning your trades is just simply looking for levels, like I just said, and, you know, kind of aligning your strategy, whatever strategy you may trade. It doesn't even have to apply to crypto like what I trade. It can apply to anything. If you trade Forex, fucking soybeans, it doesn't matter. Just pre-plan your trades, look for setups beforehand, and if your confluences are met, I mean all of your confluences are met and your strategy looks good, that's when you execute. So over trading is another massive reason people are unprofitable, because they enter trades every second of the day. I've seen people that are taking 50 to 100 trades a day, which is absolutely ridiculous. So with my strategy, as I just said, I normally take a trade like maybe max 5 times a week. That's max, okay? My average is probably around 2 to 3 trades a week, and I'm still very profitable because it's a strategy that I know works. It's something I'm used to, that I've trained with, back tested with, whatever you want to say, all right? It's something that I know by heart. And I take it 2 to 3 times a week, only when all of my confluences are met and everything looks good. Everything matches up, all of my boxes are checked. That's when I execute. And sometimes I do lose. Obviously, no one's gonna have a 100% win rate. But as I said before, you cannot let your emotions overwhelm you, because you have to realize it's a losing game after all. You're going to lose, but you have to trust in your risk management and that your wins will make back your losses. So over trading, genuinely just do not trade that often, all right? Only trade when all of your confluences are met, and only when that one strategy that you trade looks good. All the boxes are checked, you enter, all right? You execute, and you can't be always expecting to win. You are going to lose sometimes, obviously, like I just said before, but that's where discipline comes in. You just keep executing no matter what, and you will be profitable, because as I said in the last section, you know, 95% of people are unprofitable because they quit. They give up early because they see the losses and they just can't handle it. But you have to push through that. You have to if you want to be profitable. And then another thing is just overall mindset fixing. You know, you have to detach your ego. You cannot have an ego with trading, because that's how you get completely fucked in the ass. And trust me, I'm saying this because I once got fucked in the pause, that sounds really bad, but I once got destroyed in the markets because I had an ego. Once I started making some money, I thought I knew everything, and then I lost everything, okay? And I'm here to tell you, do not have an ego in the market. Just see it as a little game, because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's all just a little game that you must play every day, all right? So eliminate your ego, fix your mindset, and this comes with discipline and risk management and, you know, everything that I just talked about, all right? Now, last but not least, in any shape or fucking form, is back testing, okay? And I cannot stress this enough, back test until your fucking eyes fall out of the sockets, all right? Genuinely, that is what I did, and it worked, so that's why I'm telling you to do the same thing. And one site I really like to use for back testing, and I'm not sponsored in any way, they're just so good that I must recommend it to all of you guys. It's FX Replay. You know, they support a lot of pairs, indices, whatever. They do crypto, they do fucking soybeans, NQ, they do it all. And it has everything that TradingView has plus more. And it's a lot better than, you know, TradingView replay trading, whatever you want to do. And this is what I normally use on a daily basis. And I'm sitting here backtesting till my eyes fall out, even today, because I'm always looking for ways to further optimize my trading style. But FX Replay is definitely my #1 pick for backtesting. Make an account, go on here, backtest until your eyes fall out, and just backtest that one strategy that you find. You know, it can be any strategy, one you find on fucking Google, it doesn't matter. As long as it's proven profitable, it's proven to work by, you know, a lot of people, that is all you need. And backtesting isn't only to master your strategy or whatever you trade, you know, it's to help you kind of visualize it as a game. Because once you start to backtest a lot and a lot and a lot, it starts to apply to the charts, and you're gonna stop kind of tying money in with the charts. Because if you're sitting here on the charts, you're trading because, oh, my rent is due tomorrow, I need to trade and make money, you're fucked. I'm sorry, but you're fucked. You're so done for. It's over before it even began for you, okay? So that's another thing, is that you need to completely eliminate the thought of money when trading. And that's something that backtesting helps with, is because it helps you see it as a little game, and you get so accustomed to it that it starts to apply to real-time trading. And lastly, I just want to talk about making a system, all right? And this basically incorporates everything that we just talked about. It incorporates your strategy, risk management, discipline, and everything else that I talked about in this video. And every day that you trade, you need to follow your system. All right, you need to follow your system. And every time you take a losing trade, you need to ask yourself, did I follow my system? And if the answer is yes, you did nothing wrong. You did everything right. All right, because trading is a losing game at the end of the day, and you're going to lose. You just need to push through the losses to better days, because it's simply just a tunnel system. You know, you're gonna have a bunch of winning trades. It's gonna be nice sunshine and rainbows outside, and then you're gonna go through that tunnel of maybe 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, and you're gonna feel like, oh shit, what am I doing wrong? But if you can ask yourself that question, did I follow my system? And the answer is yes, you are doing everything right. Now, if you guys did enjoy this fucking video, you would probably also really like my ultimate trading guide. It is completely free. The link will be in my description below. And it covers quite literally everything I talked about plus more. It's 92 pages in total. It covers psychology, order flow, execution, analysis, basically everything that my team and I use to trade on a daily basis and everything that we wish we knew when we first started trading, okay? Like, this shit is really long. We put a lot of work into this. Like, it goes into all of our strategies, confluences, psychology, you know, how to read order flow, how to truly read the markets, and literally everything that you need to be on your road to profitability, okay? So the link will be in my description if you want that. Completely free, like I said. There's a lot of sauce in here. We put a lot of effort into this. So if you read it, I really hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, stay disciplined, stay hungry, and don't be stupid. All right, love you guys. Mwah.